Okay, hey guys, how's it going? Today's going to be a bit of a strange stream. Rather than playing games like I normally do, I figured, you know what? I want to try and get some personal work done, some creative work. So I thought, you guys might want to see the kind of processes that I go through to make game art. I'll be using some of the things that I do in work normally, but it's not going to be anything particularly special. It's just me working through my own files and trying to remember what I'm doing, really. Chilling out with a bit of music, doing a bit of work. I'm going to be answering any questions you might have, so feel free to ask them. I will try and explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it, but there's a chance I could just get buried in what I'm doing and not notice that I haven't talked for a while. So if that happens, I apologise, but just sort of expect it from time to time. Now, I've not opened this scene for quite a while, admittedly too long. So I've just come at this raw. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to dive in. I'm going to see where I'm up to. Try and remember what I'm going to do. I'm going to make mistakes today, just so you know. But it's a good thing. Everyone needs to know mistakes are a good thing to make. Now, I know this is different to our normal sort of gaming type thing that we do. But some people have said that they want to see this kind of thing. So, I thought that might be a nice thing to do. So yeah, let's get down to it. Let's just see what I'm up to. So, bad looks of it, last time I was on this, which admittedly was too long ago, I was working on making a bake sheet for this. So this looks like a low poly version of my sheet that I'm working on, but I honestly can't remember what I was doing. So trim sheets, yeah, looks like I was doing that. Okay, so here's the high version. Let's see. Yeah, so this is a sheet that I was getting ready to bake down into a lower version of it. So I should probably actually show you guys the scene first, shouldn't I? That'd probably be helpful. Let me just quickly get the reference up for you. I'm gonna keep moving my mic. Alright, yeah, let me get the reference up for you so you can see what I'm doing. Just give me a second. I'm on my other screen. Don't really see all my files, do I? Who do you think I am? Now, let's see. Reference, that's you. Palace of Versailles Library. That's the fella. Alright, so here's what I'm doing. So this is the scene I'm trying to create. I'm trying to work on it at the moment. Make this scene or something very similar. So you can see it's very sort of regal and grand, and I really like the way gold looks in newer game engines. So I thought I wanted something like this. It's quite heavily gilded, and I like the floor styles and stuff. So since starting this scene, I've actually become quite proficient with using their Substance Designer. So I'm probably going to use that a lot for the floors and things. But let's see what happens as we go along. So I'm going to have to make these trims and things, and I'm going to try and make this guy at some point. So as you can see, there's quite a challenge in this scene, but I thought this way I'll have more chance of finishing it if I've got a reason to keep working on it, So if I'm showing you guys what I'm doing the whole time, then that'll hopefully keep me motivated, It'll keep me actually doing the work, because I just forget. I think, oh yeah, I'll do that this weekend, and then before I know it, the weekend's come and gone and I haven't touched the bloody scene again. So hopefully this will stop me doing that. So I think you get an idea of the kind of scene that it is. Now, I did a very, very rough little paint over image thing, as you can see. So this is the kind of thing we're going to aim for, this kind of direction. To have, like, the scene, there'd be like a map on the table with circled off. It's to add a bit of narrative to the scene. It's like somebody's been looking for something all along. They've got books and things piled around, and scrolls and whatnot. They've been looking for something and they think they've finally found it, so they've literally circled it and they've bolted out the open door. So it's really, it's a simple concept, but yeah. So these things that I'm working on here are sort of like what we call the trim sheets. So it's like the the skirting boards, picture rails, that kind of stuff. I did have it all planned out. I'm just trying to remember now in my head what I was going to do. Let's see, if I show you this is my reference board. It's very handy. It's a thing called PureRef, so you can use it to go around. See, this is an image, this is a painting that I found that is within this area. It's within this this room. So I thought, it's a cool idea to get. That's where I got the idea for them looking for something here, and then he finds it and just scarpers. Adds a bit of narrative to the scene, So yeah, see this? These are from the trim sheet kind of thing. So if you see, that's sort of, a lot of it's just roughly similar because it's things I can reuse, but things like this, where is it? I've lost it. So it's this kind of stuff you get. I mean, it looks different angles. It's the problem with this kind of thing, is often you can't really get very clear reference. So I've got what I can. I'm trying to just establish the overall, you know, I'm trying to basically cover all my grounds with things like this. This will be these kind of leaves and whatever. They're just rough at the moment, but it's I think I'm approaching it in the right way. So this was a rough mock-up I did of the of what I need for each trim. See, I've took parts here, said yeah, that goes on here and this goes in there. Need one of these, need some of that. So I've tried to break it down a bit, but it's difficult. See, so this is going to be like a decal sheet of the details that are within the room. I might not be able to do that, but I might do it a different way now because I've got a few different techniques that I've learned over time. I suppose it's part of the beauty of procrastinating is that I don't always... sometimes I learn new things throughout the project without actually touching anything. So I'll show you what I've done so far in the Unreal Engine, which I've not looked at for ages. So this is what I've got so far in Engine, which is not exact. It's just some things like this are just here so I can test how the material looks. I think this is just a rough test I did in Substance Painter, just threw like a gold thing on it, but it looks pretty cool. And then just added some basic lights to the scene just to get an idea of the sort of, you know, the warmth that I might feel in the game, what kind of lighting might be achieved with it. So this was just an asset I was working on. I'm trying to remember now why. I was doing something to it. I think I was splitting it up so I could reuse it throughout the room. Because see, this would actually be just sort of this asset, but parts of it would be replicated. So I'll probably split it into thirds. So we have the bigger section with the doors on it and the smaller section with the doors. So that can then be reused. So see, big section, small, small, big, big. You get the idea. And this is the same thing without the glass in it. And mirrors and chairs and whatnot. So it'd be an interesting process for me to do this with people potentially watching. So if at any point you ask any questions or you get a bit lost or whatever, what I'm up to, just ask me. Or even just general questions about the industry. You know, if you want to get into it or whatever, then I'm more than happy to try and help you in some way if I can. But for now, let's just crack on. I need to try and remember what it was I was doing. I really wish... Wait, did I make a note? Hang on a second. There's a good chance... I have like a million post-its on my desk. There's a good chance one of these will tell me what I was up to. Oh, there we go. Library scene. Fixed top slope on the left mirror room. What? The fuck does that mean? Add mid bars to right doors. What? I feel this is an old post-it, I think. Yeah, this is an old post-it. Oh well, right, let's just crack on. Let's see what I think I should do this time. So let's see what's in the scene at the moment. I've got this stuff. You can't see this. Here we go. I'll try and move it somewhere you can see. Outliner. Okay, so I'm going to limit my workspace a little bit just so you guys can see a bit better. Yeah, okay, so everything should be on this screen now. So this is sort of the elements of the room broken down at the moment. So I've got the basic big block out, which that should be separated, which I'm going to do over time. Which is why I've got the so I've got this in here at the moment, this cabinet. See, so behind it is actually this. It's how it'll look. But the cabinet itself, I think I was trying to build that cabinet from... That's right, I remember now. I started building the cabinet from the trim sheet. See? It's working out alright so far, I think. Because that is generated using these pieces. So this is just one texture. That's all it costs. See, if you look at it, it's actually... Wait, is this flat? No, that's not flat. It's basically flat though. So that all our detail is just in a texture that's not really there. So that was the point. I remember now. Yes. Okay, we're back on track. I was making this cabinet out of them trim pieces. So yeah, it's going okay so far, I think. I need to go back and carry on with this. Okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. So hopefully, what was I doing with the low trim sheet though? Was I rebaking it? I was possibly rebaking it because I think I rejigged the texture that I was going to be doing. Let's just see. Show everything. So here's the scene in Maya, how it was. And this sheet's gone through a couple of iterations. See, I did a rough version in Photoshop just to try and get an idea of the kind of layout I'd need. See, this is the UVs of it. But then it worked out better when I actually baked it properly. But I think now this is like another version of it because I realised I didn't need all that. So... I wish I'd taken some sort of notice as to what the hell I was doing. But okay, cool. Let's see. Does my reference sheet help with this at all? Let's see. Let's see if we can find out anything from the past, Chico. That might be remotely helpful. So does this match this new one? It does. Okay. It does seem to match the new one. So this must be what I was doing. Yeah, you can see here. Okay. We're getting a bit closer. I really need to start taking more notes though, don't I? That's what we've learned from this. We've learned, Chico, take more notes, you idiot. Alright, so what am I doing now? That's a good question. This was the attempt I was doing to rebuild this using the trim sheets. Why did I stop doing that? God, I need to start taking notes. Let me just check, is the stream doing okay and stuff? Seems to be doing alright. That's good news. Okay. Back to OBS. Right, yeah, so like I said, this is just going to be a rough and ready kind of stream today. I've got a brew and everything, so I'm happy. It's going to be me sat working. And if I can't figure out soon what I was actually doing, I might just start again on something. But it looks like I had everything ready to bake onto a new sheet. So has this sheet got any UVs on it? It's not even got a texture, is it? No, nothing yet. No, just the lambert. Okay, so let's see. I think I was creating the low poly mesh. So let's see. Yeah, I think that was it. I was making a low poly mesh to try and match up the old stuff. So let's see. Angles are good. Angles help with the bake. So I think this is good to start baking with. So let's just see. If I try and export this, maybe I'd already done this once. File. I hope you like the music, by the way. It's Final Fantasy VIII thingy. Oh, hey Charlie. Music choice is a little dull, but requests should be turned on. Well, I don't. You know, I honestly am not sure how to do requests at the moment. Hang on a minute. Let me see. It's not the most important thing, but I'll have a quick look. Song requests. Apparently, it is enabled. Apparently, if you use exclamation SR and then a YouTube link, that should add songs. Let me just see something a second. I'm just putting some music on for the sake of having not just me talking, but let's go have a look. YouTube. Come on, YouTube, be nice. I know you guys can just see the middle screen. I'm not showing you all my screens. That's crazy. Music. Let's see. Game music. Nah, you know what? Said that. Song requests are on, but I don't really know how they work at the moment. And right now, that's not my top priority, so I'm going to ignore that for now, if that's okay. I'm just going to crack on. And, did it do anything? Did heavy rotation work? I don't think it did. Hang on a second. Wait, now it's gone to disabled. Alright, hang on, let me just turn this back on. Okay, I don't care about super themes. Okay. Now it is enabled, apparently. What does this do? Settings. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Wait there a second. 20 backup playlist. Enable song. Bad settings, no cost. Everyone can do it. Okay, it looks like you should just be able to request songs. I'll get a backup playlist ready for when you guys haven't requested songs. Hang on a second, folks, sorry. We'll get to the actual work soon, don't worry about it. Playlist, where are you? Okay, this will probably do for now. Give me the goddamn URL. Is that the URL? Oh, that was loud. Well, I bet this is fun to listen to. Hang on a sec, folks. Okay, hopefully this will work. There we go. Okay, so there's music on now. Oh, apparently you got to do it via a YouTube link instead of just a name. Give me a sec, let me see if I can figure this out to do it by the voice. By the... you know what I mean. Name of the song. Song request. Song requests. Okay, add song. I wonder why I can't just add the name. Okay, song request search with the name of the song. Sorry about this, guys. We'll be back to it soon. Well, yeah, it looks like they can't do it via name at the moment. YouTube doesn't let them. So, if you do want a specific song on, just copy the YouTube link in if you're using the PC. If you're using the phone or anything, I'm afraid at the moment you can't do that. But as of right now, this is what we've got. So, yeah, have to do with that, I'm afraid. So, yeah, that's that. So anyway, back to work. What the hell am I doing now? Hang on a second. Oh. Hang on a sec, folks. Sorry about this. We'll be back. We'll be back. Never you fear. Yeah, we'll sort it out another time. At the moment, it's just a bit awkward trying to sort out the thing. I'm kind of in the middle of something, but we will figure that out. So I'm going to put some video game music on for now. Just stuff that is fun. I'll do some more upbeat stuff then. I was trying to do some relaxing things because we're just working, but something a bit more upbeat. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Metal Gear soundtrack? No. Let's see, something else. Yakuza 3 soundtrack, that's a pretty good one. Right, so yeah, y'all can deal with this for now. So, what was I doing? Let's try and remember. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to remember what the hell I was doing. This is a shambles tonight, isn't it? I'm sorry about this. It'll be easier next time. I've not been at it for months, so it's my own fault. Just having a cup of tea. Well, yeah, so it looked like if I export this, export selection, I was going to be saving it to, let's see, Bakes, library trim, was that it? So you guys can't see the files I'm looking at. I just don't want to keep, I don't want to show you the stuff that's on my computer just in case, you know what it's like these days. You got to be careful. There's so many people out there who can just steal your stuff. What the hell is these files? Okay, library trim, textures. That might be it. I don't bloody know. Alright. I know what I'll do. I'll open Painter. Painter might know the answers. Substance Painter, yay! Dum 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 bum 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 beep bum 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 bum. Boom 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 boom. Load, damn you! I'm looking forward to getting this scene further completed though. I think it's looking like a nice starting point, you know? I think it has potential. It's got legs, as they say. Oh, I opened 2. Yay! No thank you. I don't want to update right now. Not for you either. I want you to be closed though, please. Just the one? Yeah, just the one. Okay. Recent files. Test floor tile. Didn't exist. Nice! Nice! Alright. Recent file. Okay, apparently I fucked something up somewhere. Either way, that's the old tile. This was the new. So let me try and figure out, let's try and reverse engineer why the hell I was making a new tile. So I think the old one wasn't making a good enough use of the space. Oh, that's what it was. I remember now. I looked around the scene a bit more and I realised that I needed additional trims that I didn't have on my initial trim sheet, because I'd found some better reference pictures, and in those pictures I could see a bit more clearly what I was supposed to be doing, what I was supposed to be creating. So this time I have made space for them by getting rid of the wood that was in this one, putting it on its own separate sheet with all these, because these will also need to be created and they have the wood background as well. So that makes more sense for them to be on there. I think that's what I was planning to do. So this, like a plain trim, like a curved one, a small curved one, this U shape. Alright. Right, okay, yeah, so I'd moved the ones that I already had into the right location and they're ready to be re-baked. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm sticking with. Yeah, so these will be a nicely sculpted leaves at some point, but for now they're just quickly modelled things. So let's see. If I grab this and I export this, just delete history in that first. Delete history. My shelf's different to London Work. I use a custom shelf in Work as well, and everything's organised nicely for me there because I'm so used to using that one. But this one I don't dip into enough, so I'm not that used to it. So let's quickly export this. Let's go desktop, bakes, library, trim 01 underscore low. Good name of convention. Damn right it is. Okay, so export that one. Thank you very much. And now you. Let's export you, shall we? See if you work. Where are we? Export selection. Wait, I've not selected anything. You. Ah, it's expensive. Export selection. Let's make you trim 01. Hard, baby. How's a kite, motherfucker? Hi, okay. Is that working? It's saving. It's trying its best. It might have a bit of an issue because there's a lot of polys in that. Sorry if I keep knocking the mic, by the way. I'm trying to readjust it without knocking it too much, but there's not a whole lot you can do sometimes, is there? So substance. Let's pin this to the taskbar so that we're not always faffing with it. Move that over there. Okay. And now we wait for Substance to open again, because we're going to go and bake. I'm not sure how my PC is going to be with baking and streaming. It's probably going to be fine, to be honest. It's usually alright. So I need to go select my... Oh, there it is. Library trim. Low. Sorry. Yeah, low. Yeah, low. Library trim low. Oh, made a cage in the past as well. Arse bin. Right, so these are the new ones. Low and high. What? Oh, so I'd used OBJs in the past, that's why that didn't come through. Okay. Well, let's just work with this and see what happens, shall we? So if I open this now, you can see that's the file I've got. So I'll quickly knock this into 3D and 2D view, so you can see there, that's going to be the texture sheet that I've got. So if I can, it's quite a cool technique this, you might not have seen it before, but this is called baking. So what I can do is I can grab a high definition mesh, which is the high one there, and I can tell it that I want it to generate all these different texture maps from that geometry, so it bakes it. It's quite a cool little thing. Let's just give this a dilation of 4, see if that helps. And I want to set this anti-alias into 4x4 match. Okay, this might work, this might not work. Let's see. Bake. Okay, so give that a second. See how it gets on. This will be more interesting in the future, by the way. Once I've done this a few more times, because I'm actually getting some work done, I'll be back in the flow of the scene. And the cool thing about game art is that once you're in the flow, before you know it, hours can just pass and you don't notice, and it's just, you've got loads done. But it's getting to that point when you've not done it for a while, it's a bit of a slow startup. So it'll be better soon. We'll get more active. But if you keep watching, you'll soon see this will be baking some textures from the high poly mesh. Just finishing my brew. That was a good cup of tea. Now, I might need to make a cage for this, which it looks like I did use a cage last time because there's some awkward shapes in there. And what a cage does is it's kind of like it's like the low mesh, but it's a tiny bit bigger, and it uses that information to sort of, it uses that cage to bounce in between the gaps. How can I explain this? Basically, let me just quickly open Paint. Oh no, not Substance Painter, Paint. Okay, yeah, so if you imagine this is the low poly shape, right? And then this is the fancy high poly stuff on top of it that you're trying to bake onto the sheet. Well, if you make a cage, that's the same mesh as the low poly, but goes slightly above the high poly data. So what it does, it only has to figure out the differences between these two areas instead of like the calculations going all the way on forever and trying to figure that out. So it makes it more accurate because it's only thinking about this area here, this, you know, difference between the two. And that might not make much sense right now, but it will in the future. You'll understand once in the future you'll understand, don't worry about it. So this hopefully is almost finished baking. I hope I've used the right files. It looks a bit weird. Oh, this hasn't gone right at all. What's happened here? Wait, did I select the wrong bloody thing? Yeah, that's done. That's proper done fucked up. Alright, hang on a second. Let me go back to... yeah, okay, so... this should work. Delete history. File. Export selection. Hi. Export. Yes. Let's try that again, shall we? See what happens this time. Is that exported safe? I think so. Alright, so let's go back to Painter then. Is the stream still live? Is that exported? Yeah, I think so. It's saying you're not live, but it's the other bit says you are live. Oh well. We'll see. I just need to get some work done, so I suppose I should stop thinking about that really. Yeah, so as a test to see if that actually worked, I'm going to try and use the high poly mesh. See if it loads. Huh, that's empty. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Alright, you know what? I think I should be using OBJs. Let's just quickly explore this. OBJ. Where you at, OBJ? Where you? There you are. Crafty little devil, yeah. Trim. Oh. 1_low. Low. Okay, file. Export selection. Trim 1_. Hi. Okay, export. Exporting. Super fun. Exporting. Now a lot of this kind of stuff ends up being repetition. You know, a lot of back and forth between the modeler, which is Maya, and the engine, which is Unreal, or the painter, which is Substance Painter. But you get used to this sort of back and forth. It gets quicker over time. See how it's sorted now? So hopefully that should actually have something in it. Oh, okay. What happened there? Oh, it did load. Okay, it wasn't empty. It's just going to crash it. Great. Alright, let's start a new scene. Jesus Christ, what is going on here? Guys, this is having a proper flip out. Stop doing stuff, screen. Stop it. Come on, I just want to work. That's another issue I tend to have when I'm trying to just get work done, is that often my computer will just be an absolute arse on days that I'm trying to work. Alright, so let's open this. OBJ. Yep, OpenGL 2K. That'll do for now. Okay, so yeah, let's try baking again. 2K. 4 pixel dilation. Give it a high poly mesh using trim high. Don't use a cage. Max front and rear looks alright for now. Hey Beef. Hey Effie. How's it going? Hey, thanks for following Star Wars Rock. Yeah, today, so those guys who just joined, today's going to be a bit of a strange stream. I'm just working. I'm doing some personal work. So I'm trying to create a scene in Unreal of this library, which is it's a library that's in the Palace of Versailles in France, it was made by like King Louis VI, I think, 16th, I don't know. But yeah, basically I was just showing before that I'm trying to create this whole room from a few simple things. So for example, this trim sheet, it's made of a few different pieces that I can use, and that can be used all around the place, and I could use that to build things like the cabinets. So see all this kind of fancy stuff, it's just used from a texture. Right, tacos, that's good to know. Tacos are good. Yeah, normally, as you know guys, normally we do like gaming streams, but I thought, you know, I want to get some more work done in my personal time, and I figured a good incentive for me to do that is to actually show people how to do game art, if you wanted to know. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So at the moment I'm trying to, I'm trying to bake high details onto a mesh, but it takes ages to do. So, oh shit. So yeah, I'm going to be building this scene, and you guys can watch me build it if you like. You don't need to. These streams aren't going to be, they're not going to be like super common. It's just whenever I feel like streaming my work, I'm going to do that. So don't worry, it's not going to interrupt the normal gaming ones. I'm not going to replace any of the gaming days with working days. I just thought it's a good incentive for me to actually do some work if I know that people might be interested in seeing it, or they might want to, you know, they might want they might want to ask some questions about the games industry or something, and I can tell them about it. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it'll be a creative stream today. But don't worry, like I said, if it's not your thing, then feel free to leave and come back when we're doing gaming stuff. That's fine. But yeah, today's going to be more of a how to make game art instead of using it to play, you know? No worries, donkey. Streams are, it's nice to have people around, you know? Yeah, sleep well. Keep talking so you got a lullaby. Wow, that's, you don't want to listen to me as a lullaby, you'll have freaking nightmares. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions about how things are done for game art or whatever, then feel free to ask, or if you just want to watch, you can do. Why isn't this working? Oh wait, bacon failed. Okay. Color map from mesh could not find vertex colors. I don't want you to do a bloody color map. This is being a pain in the ass for me tonight. Oh, what can you do, eh? What can you bloody do? Alright, this time... Right, so it failed again, basically, is the gist of that. It just failed. So did I use the OBJ this time? Yeah, like I said before, this is kind of all over the place tonight. So that's just how it's going to be, I'm afraid. I'm not really prepared for this one tonight, because like I said before, I've not really looked at this scene for bloody ages. Oh, thank you, Beef. I appreciate the complimentary on my voices. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the music at the moment is the Yakuza 3 soundtrack, which is awesome. Fucking love it. So let's try making a cage. Not a Nick Cage, just a cage. That should help the bake. So if I can do that, I can then go boof. I can move by normals. Normals, there you are. Just a tiny bit, there we go. There we are. Wait, yeah. So how's that worked? Let's see. No overlaps. No overlaps. This basically just helps the bake happen, because see this tells it now only focus on the area between these two bits. Which is a bit confusing. I admit it doesn't really make much sense unless you know what you're on about, but I'm hoping it'll help with this bake because it's being a right arse at the moment. Come on, stop being an arse. There we go. Okay, so delete history. Bye history. And they're all set to the same pivot point, so they should be safe. Alright, cool. Let's try this again. Export the high trim sheet. Export, yes. And that takes a sec. Yeah, dude, the song request thing isn't working at the moment for some reason. It only accepts YouTube links, and I don't know why. I think Stream Elements doesn't let you search by names. My PC specs. Let's see, what have I got at the moment? I built it myself a few years ago, and I'm trying to remember what it is. It's an R9 280X AMD graphics card. It is an what is it now? 3850 AMD CPU, 8-core. I have, let's see, what else have I got that matters? Sound Blaster Z card. Let me have a quick check. Let me have a quick check what my stats actually are. I do have them somewhere, but my actual things, let me see. If I can quickly log into the site I used to help build my site, that should show me all the things I need to know. Logging into the thing. Alright, so let's see. View my saved parts list. There it is. Alright, so I've got an AMD FX 8350 8-core processor. I'm using an Asus M5A99X Evo R280X AM3 motherboard. I've got 16GB of Corsair Vengeance Pro memory in it, and I want to upgrade soon, but I can't afford to yet. I've got a 240GB solid state drive as a boot drive, and it runs my 3D software. I'm using a Toshiba 3TB hard drive. I've got a Radeon R9 280X 3GB DCU2 card. Let's see what else matters. Sound Blaster Z. That's it really, it's all you need to know. Nothing fancy, you know, just stuff that gets the job done. Yeah, I'll need a good bit of RAM. I have 16GB at the moment. I want to double that shit for 32. So yeah, I need a better graphics card as well. I feel like mine's been kind of on its arse a bit recently. So hopefully I can get a better one soon. I mean, not soon because I'm saving again this year because somebody bought tickets to Japan again. I can't resist it. It's ridiculous. But you know what? When I live there, I'll be glad I went a few times beforehand to visit the place because it's awesome. Oh crap! I just saved the high one again, didn't I? God damn it! It takes ages saving the high one because, as you can see, it's a bit expensive. It's like 17 million polys, but that's okay. We don't mind 17 million, whatever. As soon as it's done, I can save out the cage, and hopefully the bake will actually work. Holidays! Yes, holidays are awesome. Love the holidays. Bloody love them. Right, so save out the low again. I already got that. Save out the cage. So has anyone got any questions about game art, how it works in the industry? Because for those of you who don't know, I'm a professional game artist. I work on, I won't say the name of the games, but I work on some AAA titles in the industry. So I get to see a lot of cool stuff, you know. I get to learn things from cool people, which I'm really, really thankful for, because they are awesome people that I work with. Extremely talented bunch. And I'm extremely thankful for the information that they give me, you know. I can't put it all to use right now, but I can some days. So let's see if this works better with the cage now. And yeah, as I say, any questions you might have, shoot them away. Hey Mike, it's good to see. Thank you. So let's see. Hi OBJ. Yep, that's what I want. I want to use a cage this time, so I'm going to use my cage. Give us a 4x4 subsampling, dude. Right, hopefully this will just work this time. It's being a right bastard today. Normally, like I said, it's when people are watching, things go wrong for me. That's how it normally works. Like I just saw the other day, if you were watching my Dark Souls stream, people are watching, things go down the shitter. But today, hopefully this will bake. Naz will give it a nice little cage to work with. Oh wait, I bet you I haven't unwrapped the bloody low. That's probably what I was doing last time. You honestly said I didn't know where I was up to. God damn it. Look at that. But you see all this stuff? It only focuses on what's in this area. So that's why it's not baking properly. It can't see that shit. Ah, what an idiot. What was I doing then? I wish I could remember what I was actually doing last time I was working on this. But at least now we know what's going on. So, let's fix these UVs. I'll try and do this so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to do on one screen. I've not done it on one screen for ages. Alright, so. Let's try this again. So you are, we should be, you are not. What the hell is that? Alright, so basically I started unwrapping it. That's what I was up to. Okay. I got as far as unwrapping that bit. Oh, good news guys, you get to see me unwrap. Get ready for the excitement. Jesus Christ, hold on to your pants. Yeah, unwrapping is one of the most boring things in the world. But I'll try not to bore you too much with it. Yeah, I'll try not to bore you too much with it, but see what happens. Where's my checker? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. I've not actually used Maya's thing before like that. But cool. So, for those of you who don't know what unwrapping is, basically, if you imagine you get like a Christmas present or whatever, and you carefully unwrap the gift, and then you lay out the wrapping paper, you can see all the pictures, like nice and clear like this. Like imagine this square. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, imagine that this square was the wrapping paper, right? And you got all these squares and they're all nice and aligned and none of them squashed or stretched or whatever because you've unwrapped it properly. All these are the right kind of size they should be. Whereas you see stuff like this, because this piece, if I can find it for you, is not as it should be. See, it's all stretched and skewed. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly try and unwrap these pieces, make them look nice for you. So let's see, unwrap. Mapping, automatic mapping. I always start with automatic and then I change it to what I need. Of course, I've never used this checker function before on Maya. I normally use my own like checker material. Yeah, man, I've been using Maya's always been my favourite software to use. Because for those of you who don't know, you can see Mike in the chat there. Used to be one of my students because I used to teach this sort of quite a basic level on 3ds Max. But I've always favoured Maya personally. I prefer it as a software, but you know I'm happy to use either. As long as it gets the job done, that's what matters, right? But yeah, so why can't I dim this? Any settings for this? Yeah, that's a good idea, Beef. You should do some sort of creative streams. I like watching stuff like that. I mean, it's not the most interesting thing in the world sometimes for people who aren't that interested in it. But for people who are interested in it, it's just invaluable, you know, especially if you pick up little tips and stuff. Like, for example, I was giving some feedback to somebody before on like, they'd messaged me on LinkedIn asking for some sort of feedback and help. I thought, you know, it's nice for the first time in my sort of professional career, I could give some sort of feedback to them. And it was just nice to be able to do that, so that's what happened. So this kind of video would be helpful to them, I think. So I got distracted then. I thought I had a checkered material. No, that's not it. Just in... No, okay. Alright, apparently I don't have my checkered material here. Hang on a second, I've got it somewhere. Let's see, starter scene. Are you on here? Hello, starter scene. I know you're a sneaky bugger. Where are you? Textures? No. Alright, I'm just going to have to apply a normal checker to this, I think. So apply new material. Choose a Lambert. Whack on a checker. Nice and simple. So you can see now this has got a checker pattern on it. So see, some of it looks normal. Some of it looks royally goofed up. So this is what we're here to fix. So now I can dim this a bit. It's still kind of hard to see, but you get what I'm doing. it's a very good way to learn, because you get to see things like this where I make constant mistakes and you learn from them. So let's see, what was I doing? So I've unwrapped this piece. And it's really hard to see on this bloody checkerboard, isn't it? I wish I could sort of tone it down even further. But alas, I cannot. Yeah, Mike, I'm really proud when I see people like yourself, you know, and you see that the work that you're doing, and think it's nice to know I had some part in that, you know. I'm not saying I want that's not me saying it's because of me. I'm just saying it's nice to know that I got to see a stage where you weren't as strong as that. I'm not saying you're not strong now, obviously you are, but I mean, everyone has to start somewhere, and I got to see you start. So when you're a big name in the industry, I'll be like, ha, I knew that guy when he was rubbish. Oh cool, it actually looks like I did unwrap a lot of this and moved it over here. Oh, I see what I was doing. I think it was a case of I'd done it and I was moving things back in to try and put them into the sheet in the right order. So I need to unwrap these pieces here. So let's do this. Let's go boop, mapping, automatic. Like I said, I started automatic. It seems a bit cheaty, but man, this checker's killing my eyes today. Turn that off for a second. Alright, so yeah, I want these to be in the right order so I can figure out what's going on. So there'll be some reuse as well possibly, but I don't know yet. For now, I'll just make it quick and dirty. Since you guys are watching, I don't want to bore you too much. Move this up here. Check that is that edge. No, it's not. So that means that this needs rotating. Boo 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 boo. So that should be that edge now, which is not. So that means they need rotating. Ah, boo 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 boo. There we go. Alright, so middle. Yep, that one. That one. Okay, so this needs rotating as well. Ah, you crafty bugger, you. Boo 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 boo. Okay, and that needs to be moved down. Okay. We are getting somewhere. See, that one's to there. That one's to there. Okay, awesome. Right, let's move these up here then. I don't want them to be too close because they need to have space to bake out. But for now, I can move that back here. So let's see. Unwrap this one. What are you guys saying? Sorry. I feel like I was on your journey before it. First seen someone doing this. Yeah, Game Hero, this is sort of like one of the starting points of making this kind of thing. There's loads and loads and loads of steps into the games that you see played. This is just sort of very basic steps. So if you imagine that none of this materials is on here yet, this actual mesh, all the grey parts, it's just called a block out. So this is just something that I created in the 3D software in Maya in here. So if I just quickly move this out of the way so I can show you the block out. Hide that, show all. Yeah, so see, I've made the room here out of sections. So the plan is that I would have see, this is the basic room shape that I made, just to try and get a gauge of what I was up to. I've built it in sort of stages, so I had really basic block out, then I gradually start adding more bits to it and look at more reference. So this kind of stuff I've been looking at. So I've been looking at reference, I've been grabbing bits that I need to make, and then seeing how I can fit them all into one texture sheet. And I can use that texture sheet to then plaster things around. These sort of pieces will be made into one texture sheet as well. So basically I can make this whole scene out of just these two textures. But the process that would happen in the games industry, it really depends on what your step is. But basically, if you're like a prop artist, you get tasked with making, you know, make the chair. You've got a week or you've got 2 weeks or whatever. Or if you're a designer, if this is a level, you would be tasked with making just a block out. So you'd have, like, you know, your hallways and things, and you'd say the player comes in. You know, say if you want to make a cube or whatever, you know, player comes into the entrance way and then he goes down. Oh shit, what am I doing? Yeah, player comes in the entrance way, goes down a hall. Then, you know, there's another room here. Goes down this hall, does some thing in here, and boss fight in there. You know, that's what the level designer would do. But sometimes you get people like myself now who are sort of like a material specialist. They just focus on making the actual textures that go on things. So that'd be more like oh shit, let's see. Yeah, what have I done? Oh god, I've goofed up my controls. Oh yeah, so the texture artist would work on stuff like this. Of making the actual, you know, sort of goldy armorish material, or like making woods and things. And these are just two sort of really basic ones that I put on to try and get an idea of the overall scene. So if I turn the cabinet back on, you can see how they would work on this. I think they work alright so far, but it's just a test piece, as I say, so that's the eventuality will look a lot nicer than that. But for now, it's just a good sort of, it's a good way of seeing roughly how things would be. So this rough block out kind of shows me a way of visualizing what I want, so I can make changes at this stage rather than making them later on when it's a lot harder to fix stuff. But yeah, usually in the industry, it's very much a team effort, creating things, because the projects are so big. You know, if you think about it, think about what is involved in a video game, right? If you're playing one level, like in that one level, there will be many assets that need to be built. There'll be many textures that need to be created. There'll be somebody who would have had to light the scene. Because remember, 3D space, nothing exists. Nothing at all exists in the 3D world until you create it. So even if there's light in the sky, you've got to create that light. So there's a lot of steps that people have to do to make things. But if you all work as a team, you get through it a lot easier. That's just how it works. And I've got to say, the time I've spent in the industry so far, which will be sort of 3 years in a few months now, it's just been the absolute best time of my life. It's so rewarding to do that kind of work, especially when people say they like your game or if it's had a good review or whatever, you know. And I just want as many people as possible to feel the same way. You know, if you ever want to get into the industry, just keep trying. That's all it takes. Because I mean, the only way to guarantee failure is by not trying. I like to say that to people because it's totally true. I meet people quite often who say, "Oh, I'd love to do that," and you know, I'd say to them, "Well, what have you done so far to try and do it?" Like, "Oh, nothing." It's like, well, there you go. You're never going to get there, are you? You've got to actually attempt to do it. I'm doing this off the screen, aren't I? Yeah, you've got to actually attempt to do it and learn to be able to do it professionally. And never worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are so important to make because you learn from them. You know, if you do everything perfectly the first time, first of all, that's not really possible. But second of all, you're never going to learn because you're not doing anything new. You're just doing the same thing that has worked for you before. Does that make sense? Like, it doesn't make sense to me if when people they're sort of good at something, so they just stick to that one thing that they're good at. Why would you do that? That's just limiting yourself so much. But yeah, I'll stop ranting about that now, but that's how I feel about creativity anyway. Alright, so let's try and order these in a way that makes sense. Do this, do this. I feel like I'm going to have to do some jiggery pokery with this because it's not going to fit. Move this over here. So you and then you. Oh shit, right, okay. Move all this down. This doesn't fit. Grab all this stuff, and then grab all this stuff, which is over here. Oh shit. Grab all this stuff, which is over here now. Grab all this stuff, which is over here. So that's the bottom. So, bottom. Next one up. Let's just grab this out of the way. Grab them, put them over there. Okay, so put that there. This one down here. Like I said, this isn't the most riveting thing in the world, but hopefully it's helpful for some people, you know. I think it will be in the long run, but like I said before, because I've not been in this scene for ages, I'm a little rusty with it. I'm just trying to remember what I was actually doing at the time, and it's another reason why I want to try and keep on top of actually doing the scene, because that way I'll know what I was up to. Right, I feel like when it comes to it, I can probably not have to use both sides of things, so I could probably reuse some things. So this piece could probably be made from this piece, I think, but for now I'll just cram it all in, see what we can do. I did get told about a method recently that might help me with this, but I can't remember now. So I'm just going to put all these back roughly where I need them to be, so I can shrink them down and stretch them across so that they all fit nicely, whilst maintaining the nice square ratio so they're not getting all messed up and skewed. Because stretch UVs are horrible. Dang good, boy. Dang good. Boof. By the way, if anybody's working on anything at the moment, like game art wise or anything, feel free to share a link in here and people can have a look at what you're up to. Mike, for example, I'm sure you're probably doing some stuff I'd like to see. Or if you want any feedback on anything, feel free to drop it in. I'm sure everyone in the view will be kind enough to try and help you out. Okay, let's quickly change this to 1. So yeah, as you can see, this doesn't fit. It doesn't fit there, so I'm going to have to... Let's see, do I want to do this? I think... Will this work? Let's try it. If I rescale this to fit into the box. Right, so that's within the box there. And I then extend this. So they should be at 1, they should be at 0. Yeah. This shouldn't be below 0. Cool. Oh shit. And this shouldn't be above 1. Cool. Alright, so let's try this. We're getting somewhere now, folks. So close that. Save that. Yep, save. Okay. Now let's see if this works. The cage should be exactly the same mesh as the low, but I don't think it needs to be the same UVs and shit. But just in case, I'm going to delete that mesh. I'm going to duplicate my low. Put it in the cage. Let's see. Show the high so I know what my cage is actually doing. Let's give the cage its own material, shall we? Cage mat, there it is. We already had it. Cool. Okay, so the cage needs to be expanded. So we're going to do that via the normal axis. Normals! Yay for normals. So we need that to spread over the high. See stuff like this? The cage, if that was to bake, that would have errors in it, so that's why we use a cage to try and push that out. But my problem is I'm getting intersections here, so I may have to spread them out when I'm baking them. That's probably going to be the case, but you know what, let's just see what happens. I think I'll do this as a test case. See how it goes, and then we can learn from it, can't we? Like I said, make mistakes, learn from them. Never be scared of making mistakes. They are good things. Yay, mistakes. Right, so they should have the same pivot point. Do they have the same pivot point? That's the question. Let's set that back to world and we'll find out. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Delete history and everything. Export the high mesh. Yes, export. And wait a minute whilst we see the circular blueness of doom. I'm just going to quickly check the stream wants to do that. Yeah, stream's still working. That's a good sign. There's a kick-ass soundtrack, by the way, isn't it? If you've not played the Yakuza series, my god, give it a go. It is glorious. I bought the samurai version when I was in Japan because there's one set in like the feudal era. I've been after it forever, but they haven't released it in England or in the West at all. So I thought, you know what, I need that in my life. So I got it. Yeah. Right, okay, so the high is exported. Let's export the low. Low. That joke is never going to get old. Never going to get old to me. Okay, low is exported. And the cage. The rage cage. Export the rage cage. That is now exported. So, back to Painter. New. Discard. So select the low mesh. The low OBJ. That's the one we just saved. Okay, so that's this guy. This is the new. Yes, look at that. We have UVs. Woohoo! Okay, so this time, folks, theoretically, this should work. So just change this to 4. That might be too much, actually. Give it a cage. Yeah, that's the most recent one. Use the cage. That always helps. 4 subsampling. Turn off ID maps. I don't need them. Wait, I don't want to use the cage there. I want to use the high. I'm an idiot. Okay, high. Hi. Okay, and then this is the cage file. So put the cage in here, you idiot. Cage. Trim 1, trim 1. Okay, let's do this. And we wait. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. It's almost there. Anyone got any song requests I can manually do my end, since you guys can't do them at the moment? If you do, just write like, you know, song in caps or something and then put the name of the song and I'll look for it for you. Because that'll work for now, won't it? Until I get this system working properly. Hey, the bacon's working. Look at that. Oh wait, we've got a bit of skew going on there, I think. But it's working, so that's a good sign. Such a cool soundtrack. Exactly, Game Hero. You know you got some banging tunes you want me to put on for you. Can be pretty much whatever you want, so long as it's not extremely annoying. Because this is a nice environment, this is a creative environment. You don't want to annoy somebody trying to be creative. It sort of pops the bubble. Now I'm not going to stream for ages tonight, I'm just going to stream until I feel like I need to stop, you know? Cool. Okay, Rudimental, Feel the Love. You know what? It's on the way. Hang on a second, let me just figure... Oh shit, I clicked the wrong button. I'm an idiot. Okay, Rudimental. Right, let's see, what's the... Let's see, how do I even add a request? Okay, add. What's it called? Rudimental Lead the Way, is that it? Feel the Love. Where did I get Lead the Way from? Okay, Rudimental. Rudimental, Feel the Love. Cool, on the way. Just a moment. Where the hell's YouTube gone? There it is. It's where it's always been. YouTube. Okay, Rudimental, Feel the Love. There we are. Oh, you want the instrumental. Okay, instrumental. Cool. Okay, here we go. I hope this is the right thing. I have no idea if it is or not. Okay, I think the bake's finished. Oh wait, I think I know this song. It was the instrumental version you wanted, right? It's a funky tune though. Right, I'm just waiting for Painter to open up again. Hey, nice. Very funky. So I'm still here, I'm just waiting for the painter to open. It's weird hearing this without the singing. Wait for it. What, it's the really weird bit? Or do you want the song from Hamilton? Is this too loud for everyone, by the way, or is it okay? Hey, that's funky. Wow, 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 wow. Ooh. Them sexy vibes. Yeah, let's keep that ball rolling. Anybody else got any more suggestions? Any songs you want going on? Is this done yet? No. Come on! Do your thing already. Some bitch. Come on, I want it to be finished already. I want to do stuff. Sorry about this, guys. It'll catch up eventually. Whilst it's doing that, let's try and get back to what we're doing in here. So, if I pull this off with the trim sheet, I'll be able to get all of these pieces sorted out. So the majority of the scene, you can see here, all this stuff, all these, all the gold, basically anything that's gold in a strip, I'll be able to make just from that texture. Even like the interior bits of these doorways and stuff, so it'll save me a lot of time. Save me a lot of work. Funky. Hey, thanks for following, Game Hero. Appreciate it. as I say, in the future these will be more interesting, but today it's kind of easing our way into it, you know. We'll have a nice playlist set up and stuff for it next time, all that jazz. But at the moment I'm happy with this playlist so far. I think it's nice. This one song that we've got so far. I'm trying to think of another one before it finishes. Okay, that's the end of that one. Anybody got any more? Go back to Yakuza for now. But hey, keep them coming, you know. I'll keep adding them if I see them. Is this really not done yet? Jesus Christ. Why is this bake taking so goddamn long? I suppose, to be fair, it's got a lot more detail than it had before. So it might need to take a bit longer. Hey, 100% finished. Look at that. So it's worked. It's worked okay. It might be a bit skewed. Yeah, so see, this is what baking does. It takes high detail. See, like, so this is completely flat, okay? As you can see, that's completely a flat poly. But it takes the details from the high poly model and sort of bakes it on top of it, so it fakes that it's expensive. You know, it fakes that it's got loads of detail in it when it really hasn't. So I think it's come through alright. Let's see, any bits that could be improved upon, maybe? There could be, but for now, I'm happy enough, I think, to just crack on. Seems okay to me anyway. Anybody spot anything weird going on? Smooth edges on there, that's alright. So for now, as a quick test, as a rough and ready, I can quickly apply some sort of like gold smart material to this. So that's what we got: bronze armor, gold armor. Okay, gold armor will do. Let's put that on for now. Oh, look at that! It's gold and shiny. See, so that's what I already had on the test piece, just to test it. So I'm not cheating. I'm just testing it roughly. So it doesn't look a lot like the stuff in the reference. Actually, it's not that far off. But yeah, I'll just leave that on for now because it's testing. Test piece. So cool, let's save this out. Where was I saving this stuff now? I've got to try and remember. Quickly look at this. That's my drive. Let's see, projects, Versailles Library, textures. Okay, they would have been in there then, I assume. I should probably go check that folder though, so I don't overwrite stuff, because that's bad. You don't want to overwrite things. All your hard work just goes out the bloody window. Textures. Yeah, okay, so trim. I want to save it for Unreal 4. Okay, base color, occlusion map, normal, emissive. Cool, sounds like a plan to me. Export that shit. Hey, and just like that, it's just like that, it's created these textures. See that? Funky. Let me give you a funky one. Yeah, go for it. Any funky names you got, any funky songs you got in your big old noggin of yours, you can send it on over and I will play it. How's that for nice, eh? Aren't I just the best? Alright, so let's bring our new mesh into Unreal and see. Oh shit me. I'm doing stuff again. Yeah, alright, so let's bring in our new mesh. I'll export. Yeah, I'll export this as the library trim. So let's see, library. Wait, where am I getting this from? That is saved in desktop exports. Alright, fair enough. Exports it is. So exports FBX library trim. Okay, I'm going to call this library trim 2. Just that I don't overwrite my old one, because you know, if I properly fuck up. Spotted maps, yeah, that's fine. Close. Don't care about spotted maps because I'm replacing them. So let's import some goodness, shall we? Desktop. Just move this so you don't see everything. Export library trim 2. Cool. So there we go. So see, now these are your import options when you bring stuff in. Oh, initial D, nice. Alright, I'll put that on in a sec. We don't want it to bring in material, so that's unchecked. Normals, import normals, yep. Everything seems okay. Import. Cool. So now we should have the mesh. Where is it? Oh, of course, it's not got material assigned to it, but it should have something. Oh wait, I think I need to. Yeah, I need to zero out first, don't I? Jesus. Jamaican music. Oh, hang on a second. Jamaican me crazy, man. Alright, yeah, the pivot's probably fucked on this, I think, so I'll fix that in a second, but first I'll sort out the song requests for you funky fuckers. So, initial D, a perfect hero, okay. Let's see. Initial D, a perfect hero, there it is. Okay, copy that. Put that onto there. Hang on a second. I want to play this. Yeah. Here we go. No, that's not what I said to play, was it? Come on, computer, be nice. Alright, hang on a second. Bloody thing. Okay, save. Save, yep. That's saved. Okay, we're back. Can I play this song now? There it is. Initial D, baby. Jamaican, okay, Major Lazer. Watch out for this. Nice. Major Lazer, watch out for this. Cool. Hopefully it's nothing super offensive or whatever that I'm going to have to block for. I'm sure I'll be fine. Oh wow, bit of Hard House. Jesus. It's been a while. But hey, whatever, you know, to each their own. Right, we now have 2 songs on the playlist. How's that for a playlist? So yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, I need to. When you export to Unreal, you have to set your UV point, your pivot point to 0. Sorry, this music makes me laugh. I love Initial D, and a bit of Euro beat's always good, isn't it? So yeah, 0 out first. Put a lamp back on it. Okay, export selection. Okay. So now if I re-import this to Unreal, it should be alright. Re-import. Where are you at, re-import? No, I'm going to delete that and just re-import it. Force delete. Import. Alright, so this time it should just bring it in. Yeah, so it's over here still. Why is it over there still? The pivot should be next to it, you goof. Did I not export that properly? Alright, let's try again, shall we? 0. File. Export selection. Library trim 2. Yeah. Export content, yes. Okay, let's delete this again. Alright, so hopefully this time it will work properly. Import this. Have I missed something in this import, do you reckon? No degenerates, no, don't need any of that stuff. Maybe make light map UVs. You know that absolute transform. Alright, let's just do that. Okay, it's still being a massive gimp for some reason. But you know what? I've not really got time to be asked about that right now, so... Where is it? Did I drag it in? Okay, I've got no idea what's going on with this now. It's just royally goofed up. Hello? Yeah, it's nowhere to be seen. I don't know what's going on with it. Let's see. Show me the thing. This isn't going well. Alright, let's open it up, put material on it anyway, so that we can just try and get on with stuff. Let's show the pivot of this. The pivot's just not working, is it? Oh well. Right, so at the moment it's just got the standard material attached to it, so we want to apply a different material to it. We want this gold. Gold! Fiber trim. So that's the old material. It still fits some of it, but let's just, you know, cancel that. I'm going to make a new material. Call it Library Trim 2. New material. Library Trim 2. Okay. So then what I can do is I can bring in textures that I've made. These new textures. Boof. So it's important them new textures now. See, there we go. So now they're badly named, but it's okay for now. So this is a base color. So that it gets RGB plugged into base color. Good start. This is the normal. That gets plugged into normal. There we go. And then this one is a packed texture. So what that's got in it is if I open this, you'll see it's quite cool because it looks like a weird mess. But if you look at the if you look at how it's made, wait, where's the RGB channel on this? It's different to. I'm used to a custom one at the moment, so show red channel. Come on, show me, damn it. Basically, this is a texture that's made up of red, green, and blue information. So if you flick between the three of them, you'd see that it's different for each one. So basically, it holds loads of information into one texture. That's the best way of breaking it down for you. So let's see, is this roughness? Occlusion, roughness, metallic. Okay, so occlusion, this is the ambient occlusion. This is the roughness. And this is the metallic. Wait, now that is metallic. Jesus. Okay. Let's see if that's right. So if we apply that material that we just made to the model that we had, meshes. It's quite a funky tune, isn't it? Nice. Oh yeah, so let's put the new material on the new model. There you go, it's a bit basic. It looks wrong. But to be fair, it's just whacked on, isn't it? So you never know. It might be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, so that's cool. So apply that. Save that. Now why isn't that showing up? Oh shit. What did I do? Goofed. I proper goofed. Lit. Perspective. Okay. We're back. Alright, so mesh. There it is. Right, so this needs to not be shit, basically. At the moment it's way too shiny. This one looks nicer. I can't remember what I did to the last one, to be honest, but that's okay. Because the point is that it works. The bakes kind of worked. Not entirely happy with it for now, but that's okay. But you know what? For tonight, I want to crack on, but at the same time, I feel like it's been a bit of a shamble tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop for now. I want to come back to it next time. We'll know where we're up to, and we'll have a better starting point. So hopefully crack on with the scene a bit more and get it looking better. Okay, so thanks for watching this. I really appreciate it. And like I said, we're going to be doing the normal stream stuff as well. This is just something I'm going to dive into every now and again when I feel like just getting some work done. Because it might be a bit of an incentive for me if somebody says, hey, when are you going to work on that scene again? And I'll be like, oh yeah, I should go and do that. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll see, what day is it? Is it Sunday? It's Sunday today, so Charlie will be back on Tuesday playing, I don't know what, probably, I think maybe Assassin's Creed Origins again, I don't know, but she's been enjoying that game, so hopefully she will play that some more. And then I'll be back on Thursday playing some more Dark Souls, and then see what happens from there. So, thanks for watching, folks. As I say, sorry if it's been a bit slow, but hopefully I'll see you all back here next time when we can have a bit more going on, you know? And you can see some exciting stuff happen. You get to see this little rubbish little scene blossom into something pretty and nice. And eventually, with a bit of luck, it might end up looking as pretty as this. Okay? So, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye and good night.